formed from carnivorous. And greetings from very cold Mendip Hills in Somerset. It's 5 degrees and it feels more like January than April actually. But we're going to do a small walk. I say small walk, it's quite a big walk actually, up to an old hill fort. There's a massive one called Dolebury Hill Warren, and then move over to some what I call Christmas tree woods. It's Rowberrow woods. So, are you ready to get going?
Yeah.
Come on then. I don't know if I should have put gloves and thermals on. Yeah, you found some gloves in the car. God, it really is bitter, and it's already windy on these lower levels. We've got a strong north to northeasterly wind, so I think up on top of the hill it's going to be rather raw. That little cottage, that lovely Dinghurst cottage. Yes, it's just off the main A37, A38 I think it is, which is just over there. So we parked at Churchill Village. I'm down here now. Oh, I'm frozen. Lost tortoise.
Keep an eye out.
But he can't have gone far, surely. They don't go that fast, do they?
According to how long ago he was lost.
Yeah, I didn't think people still had to have them, to be honest. Right, so we're now in the little sort of hamlet village of Dolebury. Some lovely little houses here. Now we start going up. Ooh. It does go up quite sharp, doesn't it?
It does.
Collection of wood. And there's the National Trust sign there saying Dolebury Warren. So at the start of it here, Dolebury Warren Nature Reserve. Formed from carnivorous, what a long word, limestone, and contains areas of rare wildflower grassland, and one of the two most extensive areas of limestone heath in the southwest. It tells you about the Iron Age hill fort, which we're going to see in a minute. It's built about 500 BC, allegedly, and the ramparts can still clearly be seen. At the highest point, you can understand why our ancestors chose the site for the fort. It says, look out for the remains of the Warrener's hut. This dates back to 1830, but the name of the reserve comes from its use in the Middle Ages and for many subsequent years as a rabbit warren, where rabbits were bred for food and fur. Yeah, I think it was only in the 1950s that people stopped eating rabbit, and they were suddenly seen as a household pet.
We came here in January, didn't we?
Yeah, and I took all the drone shots then, so when you see a drone shot and you think, oh, that looks like a small patch of snow, that's because it was then. So that's why the shots might not match up. But we're going to do the same walk, isn't it?
Yeah. But
We
without the snow.
Without the snow. There's only patches of it, but that was a cold day as well, wasn't it?
It
But I
was.
don't feel like we've advanced any further since then, to be honest. You may hear cuckoos in springtime as well. Can you hear a cuckoo? No, I can hear all the traffic noise from down there.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, there's one. Ooh, ooh. One in there. Come on, man. I thought someone had dropped a bag of Cadbury's mini eggs for a minute, but it's a real bird egg.
Oh.
It is broken on one side, so see. Yeah, wouldn't even notice that if you hadn't said. So we're now just entering the outer perimeter of the fort, and the last time we just walked straight for the high point up there, which is what everyone does, but I think we'll go along there, along the walking, yeah? This is a really big fort. Yeah, it goes all that way up there and all around here. And at each side it just drops quite steeply, especially this side. Yeah, this side it's almost sheer looking down there, isn't it?
It's high.
It's very steep. It's funny, the first time I came here was on a school trip in the, must have been about 76, 77. What have you found?
I don't know, is that a snake or a bit of a grass snake?
Oh, is it? It's like a snake.
Yeah.
Anaconda, python?
Yeah, it's a grass one. Isn't it? It's not a stick.
No. No, it's a grass
snake.
is it slow worm we call it? I'm
Yeah.
not sure. He's very slow, he's not even moving. I don't know if he's dead or just sleeping.
I think he's died.
Yeah, as I was saying, first time I came up here was on a school trip in the 76, 77, and all I remember was up on here, and then we had to go down the bottom. I think we must have gone down this way somewhere, path down here, because it was extremely steep. There was like bushes, and it was extremely muddy, and of course everyone was slipping and grabbing onto each other and laughing, and everyone had mud all at their sides on their bum because you just couldn't keep yourself on your feet. It was hilarious. And when we got back to the coach driver was a bit reluctant to let us all back on because the teachers included was just covered in mud. So now we come a bit further along, you can really appreciate how steep that goes down there. That's nice, that little church over there, see?
Yeah.
And in the distance, over that pointed one, I think that's about the only pointed hill on the whole of Mendips as far as I can remember. It's Crook Peak, and it's that's probably done on, when did we do that? Christmas Eve, that's right. That's when I filmed it and something was wrong with the microphone, didn't it? I'm filming it,
yeah.
and I've done lots of long takes.
Really slippery and thick mud.
Yeah. I filmed it, edited it, and put it on YouTube all in one day. That was my challenge, and I've done it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a major edit. There wasn't like loads of work. It was lots of long takes. That was
Nice
a whole.
walk, though. Be nice to do it once and muddy.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do it again, but perhaps.
Yeah, it'd be nice to come from a different
couple of weeks or
direction,
something, yeah.
perhaps.
Now we're allowed a little bit further.
Well, we're at the top now, so it's 183 metres high, and in all directions there's really nice views. It's really big, this oil fort. It's from east to west, nearly 500 metres, and from north to south, around 200 metres, so it's really big. Cool. It's bitterly cold. I hope the wind muff on the microphone's working well, because it is windy. Oh, yeah, you can see the Bristol Channel over there in the distance in Wales, which today you can just about make out, but the drone shots do show it much clearer.
Beacon Batch up there, isn't it?
So yeah, over there is Beacon Batch, which is the highest point of the Mendips, which is on another walk. Remember the ghost town of the Mendips? That was over there. And Rowberrow Woods is in that direction, the Christmas tree woods.
That's where we're heading,
And hopefully we should be protected from the wind.
Yeah.
So we're going to start heading for that now, so it's going to be a bit of a steep drop down and then back up. So if you can just make out there's like rough straight lines going down, all down this bit here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's part of other buildings, because they reckon there is evidence of a Roman fort was built here in the Roman times.
Might be treasure.
Yeah. But they did find coins and pottery and various things, so keep an eye out. We've already found a Cadbury's cream egg, didn't we?
No,
Or a
it's
mini
a
egg.
red egg.
We've left the hill fort behind now, which is back up there. And we're just going to start descending now a bit and entering some sort of wooded areas, which hopefully be a bit sheltered from the wind. The wind wasn't as bad as I thought, but the highest point it was pretty bad there, wasn't it?
It was
It was a bit. You couldn't hang about for too long because it would have been
too
a
cold.
bit too cold, wind chill and all that. Oh, that's better, isn't it? I was a bit thirsty and cold. Yeah. My body's warm, but my hands are cold. It's very quiet. There's not that many people out, is there, really?
No.
I'm surprised. I thought normally Easter time is really busy, but it might be because of the cold weather, or maybe because people's visiting people they haven't been able to visit for so long. But yeah, it's much quieter than normal, isn't it? apart from that plain. Shh. Oh, it's quite low actually. You can't see it very well with the GoPro because it's wide angle lens, but he is quite low. Yeah, it's a light aircraft. Oh. So we're now close to the Christmas tree wood, Rowberrow Woods. And it does get very dark inside. Last time, remember we came, we sort of went briefly inside off of one of the tracks, didn't we? And the trees are so close together. It was pitch black inside, wasn't it?
It was. The sun's trying to come out.
Sun's trying to come out. Those logs.
Yeah.
Here, give us a hand, get one on me back for our fire pit later. No one knows. Shh.
It'd be a bit heavy.
That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. So this part here is Rowberrow Warren mountain bike trails. See lots of people on mountain bikes going around, and it's pretty good actually, isn't it? It's not far from Bristol to come for people. It's normally all the best ones are in Wales. Oh look, there's one called Christmas Trees Trail.
Yeah.
This is what you call the Christmas Trees Wood? No, the Christmas Tree Trails. One called Pigpen, Happy Valley and Vicious Valley. I imagine that's going to be a black one, a severe one. It tells you there they're graded for the different ones. Blue, moderate, difficult and black. Yeah. It's a problem with all these trees around us. You can't see any of the hills, so it's hard to get your bearings, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lucky I've got the electronic GPS. But I'll tell you one good way. I can find out exactly where we are. On this tripod I've got the camera on, the telescopic bit, but it's much longer than you think. So I'm just going to stretch up a minute. So I'll just go over here and just stretch it so I can look above the trees. Here we go. Yeah, so as I thought, that's the highest part of the Mendips over there. And we've got to go in this direction down towards Rowberrow Woods. Oh, do you want to go in there first? Look, it's like a netted off bit. There's a gate. It's very dark inside. These trees are just green all year round, so it just stays really black. Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Too early.
Or late.
Yeah, late. Yeah. Look how dark it is. God, it's very dense. Right. It's a sort of track, but I ain't going to go far because we don't want to get lost. Dead end. Turn back. There's quite a few people now on their mountain bikes. It's such a nice day for it, isn't it, really? It's not too hot, not too cold. No rain forecast or nothing. Captain's log, isn't it? See? Sun's coming out lovely now.
Nice.
Here comes the summer. Da, 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 da. Sort of. It's still very cold, isn't it? that the last of the tea?
There's some more.
Oh, lovely. And over there is Dolebury Warren where we was earlier. We're on the other side of the valley now then. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's unusual to see a house out in a deep valley, isn't it? Like they haven't got no view or nothing, have they? Yeah, the only view they would have is just this, like a dry valley, well, unless there was a stream somewhere. Ah, there is a small stream just here, look. Right, look at this. Wow. Yeah, there's still building part, but that's
nice. I like
yeah.
that.
I wonder if it's a celebrity or something like that.
It could be.
It could be Robbie Williams or Elton John. Only 1 minute it's calm and it's warm.
Cottage down there.
Yeah, little pink one, but he ain't got no view, have he?
Oh, it's nice though.
There's another modern one up ahead, like a flat roof one. That's strange to see something like that down here. Because you expect old cottages and things, don't you? So we're now on the outskirts of the small village of Rowberrow now. The famous author Terry Pratchett lived here once. I don't know exactly which house it was. Some nice houses though, aren't there? A bit posh. It's a mixture of like bungalows, modern houses and old cottages. It's quite a strange mixture, isn't it? Oh, that's nice. St Michael and All Angels. Right, so just past here is a public footpath going to the left. We have to look out for that. Here it is down here. Right. Oh, there's tree roots. Right, so this path sort of goes back on ourselves a bit and down, and then it'll cut back to the left then. You can see the steeper sides of Dolebury Warren now. Look how steep that is. Yeah, there's two people sat up on tops here. Hear the main road actually, so I don't think we're too far back now. Which is good because I'm a bit hungry.
You didn't bring any food,
No,
did
I
you?
forgot again. Every time we come, I say, right, bring a few snacks, keep in the car.
You just assumed I brought the food.
And I forgot again. I forgot my wallet as well, so we can't buy any food. We've got £1 coin in it. That's not going to get us very far, is it?
Not really.
Now that looks like that could have been the route we had to come down when we was on our school trip.
But there was no steps then, was
No,
there?
I don't think there was. It was just,
No
it was just
health
like
and safety
trees
then.
and bushes trying to grab hold of them and just sliding. It was just extremely muddy, but it was so funny. If we'd had GoPros then, say, that would have been brilliant. So here's a small car park, enough for a few cars, but there's not many cars parked here, and I can see why, because
See why?
it's extremely bumpy. I mean, my car would probably ground on this. Look at it. Yeah, you think they'd improve it really, because if it's either a car park or it isn't it really?
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
I'd say that isn't.
Because you could easily drive along the tarmac and then it just suddenly finishes
Well, that's what's
and turn to this.
That's what.
And once you get to the end of this tarmac bit, you can't just stop and reverse back. There's nowhere to turn, so you'd have to go up there and try and turn your car around. So I from memory, that's why we didn't come up here. I think we'd done it years and years ago.
Yeah, when you
Or
first-
maybe we just walked through and seen it.
No, I think you did it when we first had a car.
Ah, right. Yeah. It's probably a lot worse than it would have been years ago. Yeah, you'd have to reverse up to this point here and reverse back. That's the only way you could do it unless you go in and turn around.
Playing that game.
No. Yeah. I'm hoping that's a friendly bark.
Yeah, he's wagging his
Yeah, he's
tail.
wagging his tail. So we're back in Dolebury village, which is where we parked our car.
There's a lost tortoise sign.
Another lost tortoise sign. Still haven't seen him. Could be anywhere. It could be. He could have gone as much as 10 metres away from the starting point. We're back by the car, and the pub is open for takeaway. But alas, because I only had £1.
Some Christmas.
Packet of crisps, packet of nuts. That's it. But I'm starving. That's brilliant. I think we'll have to come back and try one of them. But they had some nice takeaway chilli.
Yeah, look
For
nice.
£7 chilli, bowl of chilli, like Columbo has. That was nice. Okay, so we're going to get dressed, change our shoes and get back home. Have some proper date. See you next time.